Nice.
So today we're going to take a kind of behind the scenes look at some of the minutia or little details that may go unnoticed by the average Hell Let Loose player. Everything from Easter eggs and old promo graphics to hidden props or models, and even a closer look at how certain parts of the game are made.
Alright, boys, stiffen up, stiffen up.
So undoubtedly, Black Matter was one of the most transparent development teams we have ever seen, well, at least in the tactical Mil-Simp community. And I can remember people rejoicing when Team 17 acquired the rights. Now, me and many others kinda knew that these people would soon learn that this was far from a reason to rejoice. And clearly, they just can't help themselves but prove us all right. But I digress. I'd like to start off by going back to a simpler time. First, we're going to take a look at some old promo runs or promotional posters, starting with this doctored screenshot that the Black Matter team released, of course, on April 1st. But man, it seems they come up with some of their greatest ideas on April 1st. If you have yet to see my Worms Hell Let Loose crossover video, definitely check that out. I really want that to happen, and I'm not even a Worms fan. But as a kind of gag, the Black Matter showed us this doctored screenshot implying that you would be able to choose a hero, which by the way would be awesome. We see FDR selected, and below him are his perks. All-terrain vehicle. I would imagine when in his wheelchair he goes twice the sprint speed. Then of course he has his trusty dual 6-shooters, and of course the ability to drop a freaking A-bomb, ending the match and killing the server. We got Eisenhower, Churchill, the Desert Fox Rommel. Let me know down in the comments what 3 perks you would give some of these decorated wartime heroes. I would imagine Paulus would maybe have a surrender perk, the ability to whip out a white flag and wave it to death. For those that don't know, Heinrich Paulus was promoted to Field Marshal by Hitler himself right about the time he was marching into Stalingrad. The entire 6th Army was cut off by the Soviets, and 250,000 German soldiers were either killed or taken prisoner. Hitler expected his field marshals to take their own life. Paulus instead surrendered, and he actually winded up living out his life in East Germany as like a war historian of sorts. Now, beyond the usual April Fool's gag, there were a ton of cool promotional posters for other holidays throughout the years. I'd like to just run a little reel of those now. Some of them are really cool. My favorite probably being this one here with a German Panther and an American Sherman just kind of hanging out, enjoying the view. Alright, so moving right along, we are now going to take a look at some of the lesser known Easter eggs. Starting with some really cool Easter eggs that were taken out of the game. These 2 little dudes used to be able to be found in the windmills at Kursk. They were last seen before April 2023, most likely removed in the update 13.5. Now, a much cooler Easter egg that has a lot of modeling, texturing, graphic work done behind it, and that is the Rat Giant Tank. Again, this one was last seen before April 2023, most likely removed in the update 13.5. This fully sized rat tank could be seen in Hurtgen, far out of bounds in F1 on the tactical map. This thing was a behemoth, to say the least. And as we can see here, there's much more than just a low poly model that we saw in the game. Dev team must have had some ideas for this, possibly even implementing it into the game and, not out of bounds. Even if it was just a prop, I think it would be pretty cool. I mean, shoot, clearly this new team game wants to get a little crazy, you got best of both worlds right here. A gnarly, gigantic tank, and it's historically accurate. Please both crowds. Now another little Easter egg that used to be seen all over the place in Saint Marie du Mont was this little teddy bear. And I mean, he was all over Saint Marie du Mont. I know I've seen him more than once in game. Now this one's a little different. It looks like one of the developers' little kid's drawings. And by now that kid's probably in therapy. It was removed way back in December of 2022. Now, this one's one of my favorites. It was removed in July of 2022, taken out when they did a lot of quarantine changes in Update 12. It was found on the news board and pillar in the center of town of Carrington, and that is this Build Nodes comic. Freaking Build Nodes, people. So almost last, but certainly not least, we're going to take a look at how the old original Black Matter artists streamlined the texturing of their models, especially with vehicles. Now, they came up with a system within Unreal Engine 4 that where they could take a blank model of any tank or scout car or really any prop within the world and instantly switch or change how it was textured. In the industry, this is called smart materials. Now, certainly I'm going way out of my wheelbox trying to explain this, so if we have anybody watching this that knows exactly how this works, please explain in the comments, because I know I'm barely touching on exactly how all of this works. But it's interesting to say the least. It kind of gives us an idea of how so much quality work could be done by a small, independent studio like the original Black Matter dev team. And of course, when Team 17 acquired Hell Let Loose, this system the original Black Matter team created is certainly something they got with that deal, and of course is still used within Hell Let Loose today. For example, when they created El Alamein, the desert map of North Africa, they did not have to retexture every single tank and scout car in the game. They certainly just used this system to streamline the task. And as Tacti Gamer and Blue Drake would say, pretty cool, huh? Oh yeah, and let's not forget, just in case we need to camouflage our tank as we go fighting in an 8-year-old little girl's bedroom, let's not forget the Hello Kitty smart material. It's so freaking pink you can't even see it. Alright guys, I want to thank everybody for watching. Road to 10,000 subscribers. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't yet. And ring that bell. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. We're halfway through the freaking summer. About to get on that grind again. If you like videos like this one, stay tuned. I got a lot more where this one came from. You know, I'm so busy at work. By the time I get off and get home, every single YouTuber has made a video about like the breaking news. Oh my god, this Hell Let Loose trailer, it's terrible. So I figured I kind of got to shift. I can't really just report on everything like everyone else. So I'm trying to be a bit more original, give you guys some content you don't see from every other freaking creator. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Of course, I want to thank all of my channel members, the Mil-Simp minions, my inspiration. Consider joining the ranks. Oh, and don't forget about the Steam Key giveaway. We do a Steam Key giveaway every week. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I will see you boys in the next one. Y'all be good to each other.